How's it growing, everybody? As you can see, I'm putting in a little bit of training to my tomato plants. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, that way you get notified whenever I drop some content. I do have a bunch of content coming out. Now, if you're into vegetable gardening, head on over to the Average Gardener YouTube channel or click the link in the description. Subscribe over there, love to have you. Have a bunch of content coming out. I just filmed a bunch, I have to edit it, as well as this channel and my outdoor stuff, which I don't really get into on here. But while you're in the description, check the discount codes. We got plenty of them. Save yourself some money on anything we got going on. There's plenty of ways to save money. With that, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I prepare my COCO coir, how I get it ready to do my gardening. Now this works for organic gardening as well as synthetic gardening. This is just how I prepare my COCO before I get to that stage. I like to prepare my COCO, have it ready. That way I don't have to mix it all up ahead of time. I like to, right then. I like to have my mix ahead of time. That way I can just grab and go. So let's get into today's video. I'll see you all in a minute. All right, so the first things first. Today's ingredients: perlite and the cocoa we're going to be using. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to use Mother Earth. Now, usually, I don't really care. I get it from Amazon, but the ones that I do get, I haven't really been getting. I guess they sold out or whatever. But buffered, unbuffered. That's the important part. Me, I don't trust any of them. Me personally, I don't trust any of them. With that, I buffer mine anyway. Or, I guess I should say I don't really buffer it, but I hydrate mine with a CalMag solution. These are supposed to be buffered. I don't trust anybody or anything. So with that, we're going to stick some CalMag and I'm going to pH this. That way we're already ahead of time. This is usually around a neutral 7 pH, but I want to bring it down already. So I'm going to pH this to 6.5 and I'm going to stick CalMag in there, then hydrate it. All right, got my CalMag. Now it should take 2 in each one. Now normally I use just a regular CalMag, but this is the CalMag Extra. That's all I had. Just has a little extra kelp and extra micros in it. Okay. Time for the pH down. And we are using the General Hydroponics brand. To get rid of that CalMag. Okay, so there we go. Should be at around 6.5. You might be asking, how do I know that? Well, it's because I've been doing this for years now, and that's what my water comes out at. That's just, it's measurements. Once you figure it out and once you know what it takes, it's very easy. So with that, we're going to put the buckets in there, let it hydrate. Now it should almost take both of them. It shouldn't quite take both. And it looks like it's been done. Oh yeah. Absorbed almost all of that water. So now what I like to do is I like to get it out of here and put it into that, mix it up, and let it sit for a couple hours to let it dry out a little bit. Then what I like to do is I'll put it back in here and store it. That way it's ready to go, and then I can mix it accordingly to what I'm going into. If I'm going into flour, I'll mix in a 50-50 ratio of 284 and 444. If I'm just in veg, I will mix 444. So from here is where you'll determine what you're going to put into it afterwards. But this is the base mix that I like to start with, that I do all my plants with. So I'm going to put this into there, mix in the perlite, mix it up, and then we'll let it sit and we'll go from there. So for one 11-pound brick of the COCO, I use 2 bags of the perlite. Look at that. Beautiful. Perfect consistency. Now that's about a 70-30 COCO to perlite mix. Now from here, you can choose to use synthetic nutrients, or you can choose to use slow release dry amendments like I use. Both are good. All kinds of different brands of both. I use Gaia Green. I have used Dr. Earth and Down to Earth. I use Down to Earth for my outdoor vegetables. I also use Dr. Earth. But for my indoor plants, I use Gaia Green. So, now this is a perfect mix. Shouldn't have any issues with CalMag to start out with. Now your plant could have and eventually end up, depending on how it uptakes nutrients. But this should be a really good, maybe not 100% buffered, but Mother Earth's a pretty good brand. So now I leave this sitting here for a couple of hours. Give it time to dry out. Let some wind blow over it. Then I'll stick it back in. Stick it back in the tote, where it'll sit until I'm ready to use it. Now, if you're interested in any of the mixes that I use for my plants, watch any of the other videos, I've got plenty of them. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. If you have any comments or any questions, leave them down below. And we'll see you guys in the next one.